Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Today, well, we're in Chapter 1 now. There's Lucy. Hi, Lucy.
There you are.
There you are. Cool. Don't die out there, alright? You're not a specialist? Couldn't tell. You disappeared. Were you ever there to begin with? Probably not. Alright, one day. It's a tractor one, Chronos. I know. I still want it. What's with the glasses, the magnifying glasses? Those shoes look uncomfortable. They're high heels. I know, that's why they look uncomfortable. The anklet things also look uncomfortable. Oh, I want it. Yeah, don't hit that. That would be bad. At least you land it. Well, maybe not. It did look like you were about to plant the landing there. Oh, child's driving. And I want that hairband. That's right, you have a Monado hairband thing. A hair clip? Alma, I need to steal that from her. Oh. It's like, oh my god! Nice helmet. Well, at least he's alive.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit.
Ugh.
Just check the ductwork, would you?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You didn't.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay?
No.
It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma.
Why did I think
How'd it
his
go
name
out
was
there?
Buster?
And would this be one of the you-know-who's?
Hi, I'm Pants Man.
Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
Looked worried.
Yeah, well that, doesn't usually happen.
We know it doesn't, Lynn. Look,
I
I know
don't.
what you're thinking. But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
I guess?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it. Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place?
Dude, just leave it.
Lynn! Lynn!
I'll come and clean it up and steal it. Changing party members. You can change your active party composition from the main menu. Active members. There, you can select allies from the reserve and add them to your active party or swap them out. Please note that there are times that you'll not be able to change parties. Alright, here you go. Island, how's it going? Status? Ooh. I haven't seen this screen yet. This is nice. Okay. Oh, wow. It has a little bio and everything like that. Cool. Neat. What about you? Reclaimers. All right. What about me? No division. Ready and waiting. I should probably change it to like time to stab. All right. Affinity chart. Oh, right. We probably have affinity charts. Probably. It's in an Intel? Affinity charts. Yeah. Our inventory's under Intel? It's amazing. We do not have enough hearts with Elma. That's a shame. Nor Irina. Nor Doug. Makes sense with Lynn, we just met her, and Doug. Oh, hi Lucy! No hearts with Lucy. Shame. Alright, cool. Where are we going? Actually, first things first. What's with this stuff over here? Hi, Anna. Anna, what is the magnifying glass? Why are you going, into the thing? It's weird. No, like seriously, why are you doing that? Why is that the theme song of this area? Now, I know the music in this game is actually fairly good, but there's also some lyrics to some of that music that's just like, that's a choice. Oh, there we go. Hello. Ooh. Oh, right. Is this the fast travel thing? Well, no, there is fast travel, but there's also this transport thing that we could have taken. Huh. This fast travel. Yeah. How many moons does this place have?
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking.
They all look
that's
like
for
ants.
sure.
It's because they are
Best
ants.
way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour then? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has
Like Crash,
food
more like it.
production, Skell development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often.
Okay.
The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right.
I mean,
the
yeah,
residential
competition-wise for marketing is probably not going to be that
housing,
rough.
And more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book,
That's hilarious.
that's the spot.
Have you heard me trying to read some of these prompts?
The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the Barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs.
I feel like something's wrong with
And
my
this completes
audio.
our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn.
Maybe the plug came undone a little bit. I'll fix it in a minute.
Orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
God, I want one of those mechs. In real life and in this game. What would you do with a mech in real life? What wouldn't I do with a mech in real life? I mean, meching things up all over the place. Actually, probably would be the easiest way to get someone like me to join, like, the military or something like that. It's like, you want to join the military? No. We got mechs. Ooh, okay.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks.
Oh, was it just the transportation
then I can
thing?
file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
Okay.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked.
We're gonna get sidetracked.
We can check it out later.
We're gonna check it out now. Just mini-map zoom. Interesting. Ooh, that's nice. Grab that. Segment complete. Mining probe G2. Right, we're gonna need probes. Because we got some probing we're gonna need to do. We should talk to some of these guys, right? Just to get them on the affinity chart. Hello. Inquire?
Well...
You sell strange and unusual stuff your husband picks up? Interesting. So I don't need to ever buy anything from you because I can just go pick up stuff myself. Fritz?
Working hard?
Inquire. Finally spring to life. I mean, in 2 months, you guys have an economy, which is fucking amazing. Then again, I'm guessing it's just kind of like from the Lifehold stuff, right? Still.
Hey!
Hi. Vera?
What?
Inquire.
Well...
Yeah, no, Earth being destroyed would be pretty horrible. I live here. And they're probably not going to put me on a life raft. Can't use it. Oh, that's bullshit, Elma. I know you're behind that.
Hey.
Oh, shit. Is that... Yeah. No. Oh, here. You, Eleanor. I remember you.
Yes?
Inquire. How's it going? I mean, I didn't remember your name. I just remembered you being here. To be fair, I remembered a blonde lady that gave out missions. So, at least I was somewhat right. Behind here? Yeah. Thank you. Got a ton of money. I mean, it's probably not that much. And if I remember correctly, later on you get a lot of money.
Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
Okay. No interest?
I think I can answer that one.
Aye.
So, you must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi!
Miss Koo. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I thought it was
I ran into
Leland Koo.
Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
She almost killed him.
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr.
He has a
Secretary.
shiny.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here,
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us.
Your jawline
Please,
is insane.
after
I'll put on some tea.
It is nice in here. You're just standing here? Like, what are we doing? I know it's for me to fill the air, but come on now.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi.
I can.
You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
Neat.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
I'm level 6.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
Inquire.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations.
You getting that cutscene again?
Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless.
Okay.
The Earth was
Probably should
reduced
put
to
some
ash
clothes on those infants then.
and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space.
That must have been
2
fun.
hard years.
Okay, never
But we
mind.
clung to our mission. Find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the
Probably
White
for the
Whale.
better, right? That it's inhabitable.
Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
And in 2 months, you guys have done a great job. Clarify.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a relatively new organization.
I like the blade where I can hold a
Up there in
crystal
space, we
and
had
someone
plenty
comes out of it.
provisions, and a crew trained
guys
to
got
handle
practice
the
here?
limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this.
Neat.
The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary.
I would figure most military, to be
The
honest.
vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Question.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
Aside from my ass, do I have any other assets?
Humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time.
Okay.
Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Chapter 1. Take a guided tour of the Blade Administrative District. Alright, cool. Back. Press the R button to display the navigation panel in the bottom right of the screen. This will show the objectives of your currently tracked mission. Okay, you can press the directional pad to toggle the navigation panel's categories. Okay, dokie. Customization center. You can't. Ah, fuck. Alright, fine. I'll just leave then. Jerks. Can you still hire people like NPCs? Well, player character NPCs offline? And then level them up super fast to get rare ingredients?
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administration.
I'm not a civilian.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
I know, right?
A load of that Skell. Even the way that they walk is so cool.
I want one.
Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Did I do a cat call? Geek out.
Now this guy gets it.
I know, right?
Aren't
High
they just
five.
the coolest? Just everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over?
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
We'll go with that.
Actually,
Yeah, sure.
I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction.
Oh, God.
Hold on, I'll just pull it up here 1 second.
Alma, stop her.
Lynn,
She'll never live it down in 5 years.
Right. Sorry.
originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned.
I know, but it's still pretty dope.
Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself,
Oh, me
but
too.
it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only blades are allowed to pilot
Sign me up.
Skells. And even then, you need a license.
Get me a fake one.
These aren't toys we're talking about.
Yes, they
They're
are.
complex machines with powerful weapons.
Exactly.
And they're
Toys.
a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
I'm gonna walk in the front door of their house
There is
and
some
volunteer
criteria.
with a knife.
The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take
I
the test.
am the cream of the crop.
Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Yeah, I was already over there. I remember the blonde lady. I don't know why I remember the blonde lady, but I just remembered the blonde lady.
So this is mission control.
I see that.
We don't have a dispatch system yet, so blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions
I
available
feel like
on the
a
board.
dispatch would be easy to hook up.
And it's not just official blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Okay.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway?
Elma.
We also have the scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Yeah. I thought you were being a smartass.
Hey,
I? Okay. You? Oh, over there.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills.
Or just the people I like most.
This console lets you
Or leveling
search
up
for
their
and
classes.
recruit other blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
Or get their affinity.
You can't spell blade without team.
Yes, you can.
Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you're ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join
I
Blade.
agree with her.
Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Oh man, that
Apology
motion
accepted.
blur is...
Now, How about a
something.
little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Okay, 1 second. I gotta turn that fucking motion blur off. If I can, hopefully. Visual. Oof. Camera. Motion blur. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, that's a shame. There really no motion blur? Really? I might turn down the brightness a little bit. It is extremely bright when the lights are on characters and, like, cutscenes. So there's no motion blur, huh? That's an interesting choice to not allow me to remove that. Well, a quick search. There's no way to turn it off, apparently. I'm hoping that's going to be patched in at some point. Because it's ugly as fuck. Where are we going? Over here? Oh, the sharps.
Hey.
Oh, we almost made it. We have to Mega Man into these
So this
cutscenes.
street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends.
Yes, it is.
It's a matter of survival.
And impressing your
Fair enough.
friends.
And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for Skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole Skells. Can you imagine owning your own Skell?
No.
Huh? Oh, right, the tour. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
All right, so Blade Tower. Where's that? Over there? Cool.
Hey.
Hey, to you as well. Info lover. Woo. Thanks. God, I want you.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
Don't I always come here?
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I'm joining
Lynn,
it.
Seriously, that's
Because I don't think I can play the game if I don't.
We're not here to make a sales pitch.
Yes, you are.
I just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision.
It's not really my decision
In
because I
any case,
don't
let's
think I
head
can
back to
actually
the barracks.
progress in this game
Secretary
unless I
Nagi will be
join.
waiting.
Story mission complete. Here's some money for taking a tour. I wish that's how that worked. You've just woken up, so you must be feeling pretty hazy. If you're confused about anything, you can just check the tips. I bet you'll find some useful information there. Cool. Save? Sure. Not there. Let's save here. Thank you. Whoop. Oh, I see you. What do you mean locked? You must learn the mechanical skill. Oh. Right. Hi, Stella.
Sir,
You're welcome, Inquire.
here's what I know.
He's a dick. Understandable. Anything else? Discuss?
Intel is sparse, but
Lynn, is that you? That might be Lynn. So we need to get some field skills. I remember. A little annoyed by it, but I remember. Oh my God.
Hey!
You're gonna say hey to me every time I pass, huh? In we go. Like, I hope you don't mind, but I've eaten all your snacks.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
We drink a lot of
Thank
tea
you,
here,
Miss
apparently.
Wu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment.
Whoa.
What in the hell are we waiting for?
Good impression.
As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Which is kind of shocking given the situation.
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend,
I'm not exactly
say?
for drafts,
can we
but
count on you to do
I
your part?
would not be surprised if, like, if you crash landed onto an alien planet after Earth was destroyed, if they were like, hey, we're going to need, like, every able-bodied person to pick up a gun and learn how to use it.
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, he can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Is it a club by myself? I feel like it might be a club by myself.
Let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided
look
to
at these
start you
pants.
out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this.
Fuck was that
What you're
noise?
seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid.
I am interested to see how this
We
works.
determined
I'm
this
assuming
is
that's
the
just
most
going to be
efficient
you
path
open a map
to
with a
the
button and
limited
do it
range
that
of
way.
our probes. Based on it, we
They
know
used the
exactly
giant
where we
Wii
need
U
the probes
controller
to
for
go.
this before.
Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Okay.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe.
Sure. Well, and also watch your language. Mining probe, research probe, more money. Woo, track. Chapter 2. Oh, okay, that was fast. The New Frontier. Not gonna lie, dude. Kind of thought that was still part of Chapter 1. But alright, cool. So we need to leave through the east side? Yeah, I honestly thought that was still... This would be still part of Chapter 1.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the west
I
gate.
just fast travel.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today.
Orange?
The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Maybe? Suggest it was you and Elma. Suggest it was Irina and Gwen.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
Yeah, we didn't come in the east side. We came in the
How
west.
does he know Irina and Gwen?
Psychic.
We ran into them just before we met up with you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
Well, then that settles it. It must have been them, right? Man, forget this amateur hour probe baloney. Those guys are where the action's at.
I'll try not to take that personally. But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Okay.
Roger. That probe isn't
Roger.
gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall
That'd be cool if it could. Would take my job, though. We're just gonna stare down there? Okay. Hi, Eleanor. Blade support lead here to tell you that the segment feature of your map is now available to use. It's displayed on your handheld comm device and is a useful tool with lots of info about Mira. Okay, so come here. Map. Yo, hey! Let's go back in there. Looks pretty neat. So we're going here, right? Also, I can appreciate you guys getting the city set up, but no one's fucking done any probing? Really? Like none at all, huh?
Yes?
Nice hairdo. You're the town helper? Cool. Good for you.
Hey,
Everyone needs a hobby. It's a shitty hobby, really, but someone's gotta do it. Hi, Thomas. How's it going, bud? I'm gonna jump into you. Oh, fuck, I jumped over you. Hello.
Hey,
Hi, inquire.
yes?
Why not get used to battle angels by fighting obies? Yeah, that's kind of... I don't want to... Okay, so here's the thing. I'm probably going to be killing some things that are passive,
Hey,
but the way you just described it was fucking horrific. They won't even fight you unless you attack them first. They're like training dummies. Nah, I'm good, dude. Like, I get it. If something... Like, if we need food, I'll do it. If they're dangerous... Totally gonna shoot them first. But, you know, I don't need to, right? Eventually I'll probably just stop attacking things that don't attack me. Blue baubles. Do we have access to the Collectopedia yet? There is a Collectopedia, right? Yes, I do know that. Because I remember having to drive around in circles around something to get a bunch of stuff. I think that was at the end of the game, though. What the fuck happened to these guys? Good lord.
what the hell happened here?
Again, language, young lady. That thing?
You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
Unless...
Unless... what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a Tyrant.
Relatable.
But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Senicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Senicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
I don't know, maybe he wants a probing.
It's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid.
So, gonna kill it?
Whoa, whoa, whoa there, rookie. We're talking about a tyrant here. Do you even understand what that means?
That means good loot.
We should probably explain. Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of our usual threat ranking system. In other words, they're too powerful for us to even measure how dangerous they would be to take on.
And too powerful doesn't always just mean physically strong. If a creature has even a single especially nasty trait, it's classified as a tyrant.
Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Okay, I was gonna say just injuries. So just 3 of us can handle it. Say you can't leave it so close to New LA. Yeah.
As long as you understand the risks involved. Lynn?
Count me in.
Yeah, you're gonna need to tank the shit out of this.
Everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy chewing on one of you guys.
No, you're the tank.
Fair enough. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Yeah, we haven't faced that much. Engaging Tyrant is no small task. It's important to equip your best gear before charging in, so double check all your weapons. I don't have that much gear. I do have a unique rifle that I'm using. So, you know, that's cool. Whoop. What the fuck? Destroying appendages. You can aim your attack at a particular part of the enemy. Yes, I know. With the RY or YRA. Additionally, destroying appendages before defeating an enemy yields additional rewards. Okay, good.
How is this even remotely fair?
I want to go for the leg. Attack!
Engaging! Lay down some fire for me!
Flame cloak!
Thanks for the backup.
Shadow strike!
Grenade.
Well, spin!
Sliding splinter!
Thought it was highlighted there for a second. Oh, hey, we are all concentrated fire, right? Better be.
That's intense enough. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Take this. Now,
There you
close
go.
in and clean up.
Let's lay into it!
Soul voice expert. Really? I literally just started this.
Lay it!
Shadow strike! Sliding splinter! Move in and keep the rhythm going.
On it. Take
I
this.
think I did that one a little too early. You guys are still attacking my shit, right?
Need it.
Okay, you are. I need you guys to do a soul voice thing.
Sliding knife! Move in and do some damage.
Oh, thank you.
Shadow strike!
Apparently I missed it. Shit. Man, this tail is not taking, like, any damage.
Upper hand!
Maybe I should have fucking chose something else.
Splinter! Scream edge!
I needed.
Not balance.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. We'll go back to the tail, I guess.
Fire carnival!
Now, close it and clean up.
Early burn.
Flame grenade.
Oh well. Level up!
We are awesome!
It was pretty easy.
Nice work.
Probably would have been better
All
if I actually
right.
targeted anything but its
did
tail to break.
Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth.
Neat.
We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run.
Unless there's enemies
all set?
underground, like
Yes,
lizard
ma'am.
people.
Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Launch. Yeah, launch. Should we back up? I feel like we should have definitely backed up.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
Okay.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Ooh, golden. Really? That's it? That's it, huh? Wow. Cool. Frontier probe sites, or FN sites for short, are optimal locations to plant data probes. Placing one will reveal segment recon for the surrounding segments. You can go to the main menu segments to see which segments contain Frontier nav probe placement spots. I'm Lau. I think that's how you pronounce it. Pathfinder. If we're gonna grow Frontier Nav, we need to install more data probes. To plant one, simply approach a vacant Frontier probe site and press A. If you find a good spot, be sure to go ahead and claim it. It's common sense, really. Now that's left to report back to the base. But first, I'll let you in on a secret. A giant beast like that is usually best engaged with a Skell. Neutralizing a foe like that on foot, especially a Tyrant, is pretty risky, so be careful about such things in the future, okay? Oh, is there a Tyrant up here? Yeah. Level 26, alright. Segment Recon shows the details of a task that needs to be performed in each segment. Each category is shown with its own icon. Resolving these icons increases your survey rate. If there is a segment recon task still to address at your current location, a yellow hexagonal area will be displayed. The segment marker indicates the border of the segment. Cool. You can also go to the main menu segments, then select the segment and press R to manually display the segment marker. Manually set segment markers will be displayed as a blue hexagonal area even when you're outside their border. Neat. Ooh, there's a treasure over there. Don't want to fight that one yet. Okay, cool. Can I just fast travel back, or is that something we have to unlock later? Is there no fast travel? There is fast travel. I remember there being fast travel. Maybe I can't do that just yet. Battle points. Sure. Yeah, I probably just can't do it just yet. I may as well go and just finish this quest then. Or I call it a day. It's 3 a.m. time. I do want to register for a place. When it comes to probing, I probably will do that mostly off screen, I think. Because it's on the map anyways. And again, I don't know if I did that on screen actually for the original series either. But you definitely do want to probe, because you get money for that, right? Or do you need a specific probe for that? It's not research, but there's something you need for that. There's probably... maybe we can't just do that yet, but I'm 99% sure we can fast travel.
Hey.
Hi again. He says hi a lot.
Great.
Other than that guy. Hello? Oh, Van Damme's here.
Commander Vandam.
Well now, look what the cat dragged in.
That mustache is fantastic.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a Tyrant, way out of your league.
No, it was only like a level higher than me.
Mission, no less. That was reckless and goddamn magnificent.
Thank you. Save? Sure. Here? Cool. Yes.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for
You
me.
could.
I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere.
I need to leave now before Elma kills me.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little miss stick in the rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit.
Hi, I'm Chronos.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale.
Sorry to hear that.
Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation.
No, I'm a mute.
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Ask about the divisions.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Yeah, the one that gives me the rewards easier.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akalov
that's a good
and
dog.
Evans, right? Irina and Gwen, this is their division. Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads, they escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigen that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done.
Yeah.
Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable.
Because it is.
Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators.
Oh,
Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored
murderous.
territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
I feel like it was either Reclaimer or
Next.
Curator.
All right, Prospectors.
Or maybe Prospector.
Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without
I feel like
these
one of
guys
those would be a
busting their
lot
butts,
easier than the
we have
other.
no future to speak of.
Next up, Outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs.
Alexis?
Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Whoa.
Finally, the Mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to Mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigens, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this.
I'm gonna stress over it.
All right, you ready to choose?
Yeah. Decide.
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
Yeah, my leg is too, actually. It fell asleep. Confirm. So, I think... one of these three, well... I know, like, Outfitter sounds really cool and stuff like that, but it's not that important, right? And we're going to be doing the Pathfinder stuff, so maybe Pathfinder? I feel like it's Reclaimers or Curator that was really, really good at getting some points. I'm going to go with Curators first, because scouting unexplored territories and collecting minerals, we're going to do that from the start of it, right? Artemis from the start of it. And we can change it later.
All right. Thank God that's over.
I know, right?
By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a Blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
I thought they said I know you're gonna regret it. I don't know why.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing.
Cool.
Last contact
Who's
we had,
Nelson?
they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a Skell with them.
Those bastards.
You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Okay.
Roger that.
I need new pants. Storage probe. Track. Level 9? I think I need to level up a little bit, Vandim. Builders of a Legacy. Alright, well, we will read this first. You're officially a Blade now. Congrats. Becoming one of us grants you access to a variety of services, including shop terminals, AM terminals, mission control, and more. Some services are still offline at the moment, but I'll get back to you on those later. Ever wish you could zip right back to a place you visited? Well, you can fast travel now. It allows you to instantly return to a significant landmark as well as any Frontier nav sites that have data probes installed. Sweet. Arm manufacturer AMs support you from the sidelines by developing a new weaponry and by utilizing their services. You can support them too. Head over to the AM terminal and Armory Alley to learn more about working with AMs. Missions comprise duties and requests received directly from the concerned parties via mission control. They divide into 4 categories, provide rewards and affinity when completed. These missions advance the main... story missions. These missions advance the game's main story. You can accept them in the Blade Barracks. Affinity missions. These missions heavily feature your team members. You can accept them wherever you see the relevant icon. Normal missions, mostly requests from NLA citizens or fellow Blades. You can accept them wherever you see the relevant icon. Basic missions, simple tasks like defeating enemies, collecting items. You can accept up to 20 from mission control. Cool. Tyrant info. So HB told me that king of all Duals lives here. Blade reports are a communication tools that residents of Mira use to share useful information. When you visit a segment of which you haven't completed a segment recon yet, you may receive a Blade report. If you do, check your current position on the segment. Okay. Whoa. That was a lot of information, but that's also... Ooh, customization center. What does this do? Blade customization. Okay, cool. Not Blade, but the Barrack customization. Point attack simulator unlocked. The customization hides a useful feature, a virtual simulator designed to give you a concrete measure of your skills by letting you run point attack challenges. Oh, right. I remember that. Cool. Hey. Is Lynn all right back there? I don't think Lynn's all right. Intel. Oh, Collectopedia. Yeah, get up there. Cool, yes, awesome. More, awesome, yes! Oops, nope, okay. Anything else down here? Ooh, I got 3 down here. Alrighty, these ones are probably rare, huh? That's gonna take some time. Neat. Anything from the achievements? Like, do I get anything? No. You're just giving me stuff. Okay. Neat. Oh. Is there a way to see which division is currently in the lead? Online. Rewards. Material market? Huh. Neat. I'm not in offline mode. Why am I offline? System. How do I go online? Online mode. Always online mode. Did I accidentally select offline when I... Okay, 1 second. Return the title. Are you gonna end the episode? Yeah, I'm gonna end the episode in like a freaking second. 1 second, though. I just... Continue. I want to be online, because that's where all the good stuff is. Am I online now? Oh, I gotta advance the main story. Okay, never mind. That's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Have a great day. Bye.